The Washington Commanders back in the win column in a big way. 42-19 beatdown of the Tennessee Titans. They had to get a win, and they got one in convincing fashion. Joined now by Lake Lewis, does a great job covering the Commanders on a daily basis. And Lake, they got this win. Now fans can breathe a little bit easier.
Yeah, we needed this. I think everyone needed it, and especially going before a bye week. You know, they'll be able to go feeling much better about themselves. And this is something that we saw earlier in the year. This looked like the team that we're used to seeing, where the offense jumps out on a team, an opponent they should beat, and they carried it through today.
Lake, what I loved is the Commanders punched them in the mouth in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you have to do. I mean, if you want to beat a bad team, and no offense to Tennessee because they did have a top 5 ranked defense, but they were a team that Washington should beat. And for Washington to come out and do it, to just jump on them early and kind of take their will from them, that's what you're supposed to do.
And finally, they ran the football, getting back to some of that offensive balance and offensive identity, a key part to this game.
Yeah, and that's something that when you go back to the early part of the season, they were running the football down teams' throats. Brian Robinson looked healthy today, and obviously there was some concern about the ankle. Well, you didn't see it. He ran well, and also Chris Rodriguez came in, and he was close to getting 100 yards himself.
And Jaden Daniels, calm, cool, collected in the pocket, 25 of 30 passing, 3 touchdowns, did some damage on the ground. The rookie quarterback continues to grow right before our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, and he's starting to look like, you know, one of those rookies that's getting stronger as the season's going on. I mean, I know in the last couple games, you know, everything wasn't as sharp and pinpoint as you'd like to see, but he's still a really great young player, and today everything was clicking. And as I said, when you're running the football, it opens things up for your rookie quarterback, and it just leads them to be able to play complementary football.
And defensively, they got some turnovers. That fumble of Tony Pollard early on by Mike Sanders, so that was a key part of the game. They got a fumble on a kickoff return. Defense bent, but they didn't break. I thought the defense was pretty good today.
Yeah, I mean, and they put a lot of pressure on Will Levis. I mean, I know in the second half, you know, he kind of picked up most of his yards, but they were already down 28-0. I just think that this is the type of game that could springboard this team further, where if your defense can be a catalyst for you, it opens everything up for them, and they were all over the field today.
In a sense, like, this was like a double win because you get the win, and now you have the bye week. It's a late bye week. They've been grinding since late July. Well-deserved bye week. I know the players are looking forward to this.
Yeah, I mean, and this is something that you normally don't see teams having their bye weeks this late into the season.
It's crazy. It shouldn't be this late to begin with.
It shouldn't be, but I'm sure, you know, like Terry told us in the press conference today, he's going to take it. He's looking forward to it. This is a great win for them, you know, just from the standpoint that they will be able to get away and kind of just get their minds fresh and get their bodies right and know that when they come back and go to New Orleans, they've got a lot of meaningful football ahead of them.
And now the playoff push is on. They're 8-5. They're at the bye week, and it's a 4-game sprint to the finish.
It is, and if you look at all those games, even with the Eagles coming into town a couple weeks from now, those are all winnable football games. I mean, you know, worst case scenario is they go 3-1 down the stretch. That would get them to 11 wins, Scott, something that this franchise hasn't done in 33 years.
But to think like that and to get to that point, they had to get the win, and you felt the urgency, and you felt like they realized that they couldn't go 4 straight losses.
Yeah, and I think last week was kind of a wake-up call. You know, sometimes you need those type of losses in order to wake you up. That was a terrible loss against the Cowboys last week, a game but they still almost pulled out miraculously. But to be able to come in here today and beat down Tennessee, who was just coming off an impressive win last week in Houston, I think that says a lot about this football team.
All right, Lake Lewis, always appreciate your time. Enjoy the bye week.
I appreciate you, my friend.
December football is here. The Washington Commanders starting off the month with a big win. Now it's on to the bye week. The Commanders 8-5. The confidence and the momentum is back. We'll be right back on 7 News Sports Sunday. Stay with us.